for a video. So yeah, unless we put it in the middle.
Not so good. Horrible. Which one was it? Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, please, you don't have to apologise. It's understandable. I often cry when I see it as well. What we have to remember is that this stuff only happens because as consumers we pay for it to happen, which is empowering because it means that we have the power to stop it from happening by simply not buying those products anymore. We're animal lovers, aren't we, at the end of the day? Yeah, we are. Do you think that we can love animals if we pay for these things to happen to them? Is it kind of a contradiction, perhaps?
Being sent in to be gassed today for bacon and ham.
We're here at Manchester Pig Save today in Ashton-under-Lyne, just outside of Manchester, bearing witness to pigs as they're taken to the slaughterhouse. Now this slaughterhouse behind me, Tulips, kills their pigs by gassing them in gas chambers. Coming to vigils is always an unnerving experience for obvious reasons, but I always feel kind of mixed emotionally about it. On the one hand, you bear witness to animals that are being taken in to be killed, which is obviously incredibly distressing. What really strikes me with hope at these vigils is the community that you get, and you can turn around and there'll be someone you've never seen before, but in that moment you know that you could hug them or you could talk to them or you could console in them, because there's something so unique about coming to a vigil in the sense that the people are here really care, and to come on like a cold winter's snowy day requires a huge amount of courage and conviction from people. And that's why I always leave vigils in a kind of this weird duality where on the one hand I'm full of despair because you see the real consequences to people's consumption of animals, you see the real victims in front of you, but on the other hand I feel inspired because I see people who are making a stand, wanting to make a change, wanting to do something and stand up against this violence and oppression, and for me that I can't help but feel inspired to see that commitment, that courage in people and that fire in people to create a different world. So I always say to people, like, bearing witness isn't an easy thing by any stretch, but I think it's powerful and I think it's important. It gives us that conviction, it gives us that fire, gives us that passion. And as we say that now, there's another truck coming, so we'll go and bear witness to this truck as it arrives for the slaughterhouse. So if you walk along this little footpath that runs adjacent to the slaughterhouse, you can come along the sides, along near where the holding pens and the gas chamber is. At Tulip slaughterhouses, they kill the pigs by gassing them to death. Now this walkway here that are on this little public footpath is actually used by dog walkers. And as you can probably hear, the pigs are just there screaming, and people walk their dogs along this footpath every single day, right next to a slaughterhouse where other living beings that think and feel identical to the dogs that they love are literally being gassed to death. But if we come up this bit here, we can get closer to there, and you can hear as you get closer the animals screaming and thrashing. We have the power to make this end, and if we want to see a different world, a world where these facilities are closed down and shut forever, we have to fight to make that happen.